Hey pretty people. So this is my second video that I wanted to make today about, surprise, Marianne Williamson. Um, I wanted to talk about trickle-up economics and my very serious study that I have made of trickle-up economics based on Marianne Williamson Facebook groups. So this is kind of like a little bit of a nonsensical ramble, which I decided to make for entertainment value. But I did think it was kind of an amusing thing because I think that there is a case to be made for trickle-up economics based on a microcosmical experiment. Um, there are a lot of Marianne Williamson Facebook groups, and actually there were more last cycle. Um, I mean, we're still early in Marianne Williamson's campaign this time, so it's not, I don't really know how many more are going to crop up, but they spring up like mushrooms every time Marianne Williamson does something. And for some reason, there seem to be lots of different ones. Um, what I observed last election cycle, when Marianne Williamson was running with a big kind of team, you could say, or a lot of competitors in the Democratic field, was that there were a lot of Facebook groups that sprung up, some of them huge. And I remembered that there was one that was bigger than the official Marianne Williamson Facebook group. There was an official one that was sort of sanctioned by her and her campaign. And then there was this other one that sprang up. And then for some reason, that one was very active and it had like really a lot of members. I think if you get over 10,000 members, it starts to affect the way the kind of engine is working of Facebook. And what I noticed was I was very, very excited when I um, got a post approved to one of the bigger groups because I thought, oh, there'll be a lot more eyes on it. No, it's very weird what happens actually when you have a group that has, 10,000 followers or something like that, and everyone's posting all the time, then all of the posts end up sinking down very quickly out of view of people, and it's sort of Russian roulette, whichever one ends up getting likes or what have you. And it would be kind of rare actually that one of your posts would be viewed a lot. However, in a group with about 100 members, um, the post gets a lot of likes and a lot of views, and a lot of people give it a lot of attention. And I think, first of all, the reason is that it comes up in their feed. Um, and second of all, people are, of course, mentally giving something a little bit more attention when they think that it's a little bit special or rarefied, as opposed to something that is kind of mass, kind of like made for mass consumption. So, I mean, naturally, our brains switch off a bit when we think that something is really common and mainstream. And anyway, so yes, based on that theory, I think that trickle-up economics is like, if then you imagine that, okay, so you release a post to, if you're imagining like a post is like a product. So if you release that to a small group and then it gets shared, it's much more likely to get shared if you release it into a smaller group. And then that in turn might get shared to another group and to another group. And then there's more viral potential actually than if you release it into the howling void of a 10,000 or 13,000 or 100,000 member group, um, even though you might think that it would be have more viral potential in one of those bigger groups. Anyway, yeah, trickle up economics is a thing, and I don't know what Milton Friedman would have to say about it, but I think that there is, I mean, I think it was Kevin Bridges, who recently was talking about the economy in the UK. And he said that when you join Facebook, you realize you hate all your aunties because they go on there and they say, "Oh, I think it's a shame that all these um, people are taking government money and then spending it on alcohol and cigarettes." And he's like, two highly taxable items, by the way. I mean, if people, he said, like, you should just give people UBI and then they'll spend it on alcohol and cigarettes and the economy's booming before you know it. So, yeah, my knowledge of economics is kind of small, but that was the study that I made and I wanted to share with you all. Anyway, lots of love to you all and more to come.